Welcome to another episode of Eat to Explore with Rowena. And today we are exploring Kenya. As you know, we've been exploring different featured country over the last few months, and it's been a lot of fun. And you also noticed that I actually recorded it first because it got too long, and so I tried to arrange it in a nice length so you can stop and start, follow the recipe. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. I love Kenya. My husband actually grew up in Kenya, so we spent quite a bit of time with my children in Nairobi and various parts of Kenya. And in fact, all these recipes came from a local chef in a safari in Kenya. So I hope you enjoy it. And Kuku Paka is one of the very popular dishes in Kenya. And it's basically, Kuku means chicken, and Paka is actually Bengali, which is Indian, for delicious. So delicious chicken it is. Enjoy, and let's start the video. Hi, welcome to another episode of Eat to Explore with Rowena Scherer. Today, I have a special guest. Say hi to Mundo. Mundo is actually gonna cook with me today. I know, giant Mundo here. We are exploring Kenya. Actually, my husband grew up in Kenya. He loves it there. Love all the animals. Can spot animals before even the guide. So excited to bring you actually his favorite food growing up. And today we are making Kuku Paka chicken from Kenya. So let's open up the box. What's in it? We have, as always, a booklet, learn everything about Kenya. Kenya is in Eastern Africa continent, and we showcase kind of the landmark. Definitely Mount Kenya is huge, and of course Masai Mara, which is where you get all the safari, seeing all the big five animals. A little bit about what kind of ingredients. Definitely kale is huge, which is what we're gonna make today. And then all the animals, and you learn geography, actually even the Maasai culture, which one thing you will learn is they eat with their hand. And then of course geography, history, music, and art with the booklet. And we are making Kuku Paka, which is here, and there's also two other recipes. You will see mixes that will go with this dish. And some of you are wondering what this is. This is the cooking tool that comes with our Kenya box. It is actually to protect little kids' fingers. So it has, this is when you want to, when you dice and chop, you can actually slip see this thing, put your fingers through it, like little kids' fingers, and then you can twist it and close it so it sticks to your finger like this. So when you slice it, you can be safe and make sure that you never really cut your fingers. So it's a little finger protector. All right, so it comes with your box. And also let's go through the recipes. Again, we're making Kuku Paka. I think you'll love it. It's sort of chicken thigh and legs that it's broiled first and cooked in a coconut sauce, curry, almost curry-like, slightly different flavor than typical Indian curry, and then serve it with rice and sukuma wiki, which is actually sauté kale. So 6 steps, super easy. We will go through each one of them. First of all, let's go through the fresh produce. And here you go, abundance of fresh produce from Melissa's. We're excited to always partner with Melissa's. And let's go through what we have. We got tomatoes, some fresh onion, lemons, cilantro, and kale for the sukuma wiki. All right, and of course we have the coconut milk that comes with the box. All right, let's start. Okay, now step one of Kuku Paka. We are going to prep the ingredients, and you got a few things to prep. Dice up the tomatoes. We got kale that we need to, remove the leaves from the rib, and then we got one onion. We're gonna dice it, and then lemon and optional cilantro, which we are going to do, and of course coconut milk. So let's get started. All right, first let's dice the tomatoes. So I have 2 Roma tomatoes. The easiest way to cut tomatoes, just like the onion. This is already washed, so cut it kind of like slices, but not all the way in. So you see, that's like, I just slice it through a little bit, but never really cut through the ends, okay? So again, just slice it all the way down to the core, but not like this, okay? Still intact. Now let's flip it around and slice some more. Now you kind of, feels like you have all the tomato cut, and then what you do is you turn it back sideways and then dice it. There you go, super fast, and you get really nice, even diced tomatoes. Okay, look at that. Okay, and then for the ends where you can't slice it through, just, this one is fine, and just sort of roughly chop through and make it dice. And then I usually cut through the end as well. Do not waste. Okay. And then with this, you can just put them together and dice them. Super fast. I'm going to show you another one, the second tomatoes, okay? So you can learn how to really quickly dice tomatoes, and you can use this for a lot of dishes. So again, whole tomato, that's the core. So put it top, standing up like this. Slice through first. This one I kind of got a little bit too deep, see? But don't go all the way in, so keep it intact. Now then turn it sideways and then do another round of slices. I find cutting tomatoes easier with serrated knife, but never mind, I can do it with this too. Okay, last one. Okay, now I turn it sideways, and there you go. Get my diced tomatoes, super fast. Put this away. And then same thing with the ends, just cut it into slices and then chop it up. Okay, now next let's do the kale. So kale, this is curly kale, and as you can see, it's curly and it's have a rib which is actually very tough, so you want to get it off the rib. So the best way to do it, and it's super easy with kale, and it's already pre-washed, you just pull it from one end and let's just pull it down. That's it, literally from like this. Just use your finger, close it together, and then just pull it, and it will come off. Super fast. And get everything off, the leaves off the rib, okay? So once you have a few, just roughly chop them. So just pull it together, squeeze it. Oh, and then also with kale, the best way to kind of soften it is massage it. So, and kids love to do that. So just kind of massage it, and it breaks down the fiber a little bit. Okay, then you just roughly chop it and put it aside, and do the rest, all the ribs from one bunch of Okay, now we're gonna dice the onion. Fresh onion from the market, Melissa's market. And so same thing, we're gonna cut off the ends first, as always. Get rid of, cut in half. And get rid of all the outer layer skin. And then same thing with this one. Okay, next, just like kind of how I always teach you, make it into thin slices, but not all the way to the edge or the head, the core. Just like this, okay? And then slice across, watch your fingers. And then, there you go, your nice diced onion. Put it in here. And then the last one, just roughly mince it. There you go. And do the second half. Like this, and then slice across, not all the way through. Be careful with your fingers, and then there you go, nice diced onion. Okay, and next we are going to cut the lemon and juice half of the lemon and keep the other half for garnish or future use. Next, juice a lemon. So just half a lemon, so cut it in half, put it in a bowl, and I like my lime lemon rimmer. Again, put it in the, push the tip onto the heart of the middle part, and then just turn and twist both sides and get lots of juice. And if you get any seeds, just pick up with a spoon and toss. Okay, this is great. That's it. And next we are going to, it's optional with cilantro, but I really love cilantro, especially it just adds so much flavor. So I'm going to show you how to, just a small bunch, just pick off the leaves. Again, I usually just kind of put a bunch together and pinch off at the same time. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you want the leaves and not the stem. But a little bit of stem, it's totally fine, totally fine. So if it's a big stem, just remove them. Okay, so I got a big bunch from Melissa Produce, and I'll just use half of them here. Okay, and they're great as garnish, but you should also add it in. Okay, and then I'm gonna pull this together and then just finely chop them. Actually, roughly chop, sorry, roughly chop them. That's it. Put this aside, and now we are doing the coconut milk. So you get our creamy cocoa mix in your box, 2 cups of hot water, then just pour this whole pack into the water, and then whisk it, and you get a perfect coconut milk. Now put this aside. For later. Oh, and then I got here chicken thigh, actually chicken legs. So you can separate them, make it into thigh and leg. And if you do that, you can either buy them with them separated, or you can just do it yourself. Usually there's every chicken, there's a kind of a connector, I call them, but you just cut it on the edge where the what do you call this, ligament is, the tendon. So this will be, you get a thigh and a leg separately. Okay, so again, when you flip it backwards, then just right on the edge here, you'll find the corner, and you just slice through very easily. Or you can just buy them already pre-cut. Okay, but I got a good deal on the legs, and I thought, you know what, why not show you how to cut it. So literally you'll feel that kind of the connection on the bone, and just slice it through. One more. Okay, there you go. We got your 4 thighs and 4 legs. And there you go. You got 4 thighs and 4 legs right here. Okay, I'm going to put it aside. Okay, now we're going to make step 2, the marinade and the coconut sauce for the chicken. So I'm going to use a Vitamix. And so you can use a blender. I have a Vitamix here. So in the Vitamix, put in all the tomatoes, the diced tomatoes, and then 3/4 of the onion, and also the Kuku Paka. Comes with your box. Pour in the Kuku Paka in there. And 2 teaspoons of salt. Pepper. And then you're gonna blend this into a paste. So here you can see it's like a paste. So you can see it's like this, sort of pasty. And I'm gonna put 1/3 of it onto the chicken pieces, and then we're gonna actually broil them and then put in the sauce. So here. So I'm going to put the chicken on a baking tray, spread it out, and then pour some of this amazing sauce marinade. Not too much, I think just a little bit to give it a bit of taste, but then you're going to use the rest of it on the sauce. Okay, so that's good enough. Keep the rest on the sauce. Sort of marinate it for for about an hour to 5 hours. Just let it marinate a little bit, and you can add a bit of salt too if you want to make sure that it's nice and flavorful, and let it sit. And then we're going to use the remaining of the sauce to now make the sauce for the chicken. Okay. Continuation on step number 2. While the chicken is being marinated, I'm going to make the sauce. So a tablespoon of olive oil. And then we're going to actually put all the paste in there and cook it and stir it until the paste becomes fragrant, about 5 to 10 minutes. And then we're going to add coconut milk. Now we are actually cooking the sauce. I put oil and then the remaining of the blended marinade of tomato, onion, Kuku Paka spices, So you're gonna cook this for like 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I scrape off everything. Okay, now goodness more. Okay, you can even later on put some coconut milk in the blender to make sure you get every last bit of it. So stir it occasionally and let it cook. Okay, so you see this been cooked like 5 to 10 minutes, like you can smell it. Smells amazing. And now we're gonna add the coconut milk, okay? And I pour some coconut milk into the blender. And that way I can get every last drop of the marinade. And then turn it down. Now I'm gonna pour the rest of the coconut milk in there. And then let it simmer. You can turn this down and then we're gonna get the chicken and the rice ready. Step number 3 and number 4. Okay, step 3, we're cooking the rice. 1.5 cup of rice. I actually rinse it. I actually want to show you how to use rice rinser that's actually come with our Thai box. So this just makes it easier. It's kind of a fun toy, fun cooking tool. So you clip it onto the edge like this, and so when you pour, the rice will stay in and the water will just come off. So it's just a neat little tool to strain rice. Okay, so now I'm gonna add 2.5 cups of water, and then we're just gonna cook the rice. Step 4, we're gonna put the chicken in the broiler and making sure that it's on high so that you can broil it. So this is it. Nicely done. So then what we do, I actually make sure you turn both sides and broil them until they're golden brown. And now you're just gonna add this chicken directly into the sauce and let it braise for a while. So I'm gonna make sure you slowly do this, and also there's gonna be some of the chicken juice on the baking tray. You can add that into the sauce for sure. Okay, so put that in. Add some lemon juice. 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. Get some freshness to it. So just put them properly covered with the sauce. And now it's there. There you go. And let this cook while you prepare the sukuma wiki, sauteed kale. All right, so this is it. See how it is? I'm gonna cover this and let it slowly braise. So while the rice, and you can see the rice and the Kuku Paka has been cooked, we are going to cook the sukuma wiki, which is sauteed kale. We got 2 tablespoons of oil, and then we are going to add the super simple diced onion, and then we're gonna the remaining diced onion, and then the kale. So turn it high. So we're gonna put the remaining onion in there. Stir it up. And then we have the kale that we have chopped before. I'm gonna put it in there. And just salt, pepper, simple. basically just saute kale. So the cooking name of actually cooking down the soften the onion is actually called sweating the onion. So you sweat it for a little bit, like 1 to 2 minutes, okay? And then we are going to just add the chopped kale, and then some salt and pepper, and that's it. It goes really well with the rice and the Kuku Paka. So don't need to overcook it. You know when it's done with the kale, when it looks kind of greener and sort of softer. And that's it. You can turn it down. Don't overcook it. And now we can serve. So here you go. We got our chicken Kuku Paka with sukuma wiki. And I'm gonna top it up with a bit of garnish of cilantro and your rice. Enjoy. And thank you again for another great episode of Eat to Explore Rowena. And we are exploring Kenya. So have fun, enjoy Kuku Paka right here. Until next time, another new country, and I look forward to exploring with all of you again. Bye. Okay. Well, thank you again for joining me, and I look forward to introducing you to another country next month, and it will be Greece. Just got back from Greece, so I'm excited to share with you all the beautiful islands and dishes from Greece. Until next time, have a great day. Bye.